Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Video number 1 of 2. Yes, we're back into the rhythm of things now. Yesterday it was only a one video upload despite the amount that is going on. It's funny, someone in the comment section yesterday put, what happened to the floating boats? Which I normally say in the second video of the day, and someone else put, oh no, I think it sunk. No, it didn't. It only docked. It docked only, right? It got delayed. We were still putting some cargo on there. They didn't quite make enough. So now it's sailing out and we have 2 videos to give you today. So we're back into the routine. We're going to get cracking. Make sure you guys are here later on this evening tonight for video number 2 as we go over the way that today has ended and we wrap it all up into one. So let's get cracking, starting off with the latest on from Matt Law in regards to the goalkeeping situation. And also, by the way, today in this first video we've got tons to cover, so strap yourselves in. It's going to get exciting and it's only 2 PM, so can't wait to see what happens later. Let's get started with Matt Law, starting off with the goalkeeper situation and Caicedo. Here it is. Chelsea are likely to make a second offer of the summer for Moises Caicedo once they get money in from sales. A move for Maignan is being considered despite Pochettino's willingness to start the season with Kepa Arrizabalaga as his number 1. Also goes on to confirm here, Chelsea are considering a move for Maignan despite Mauricio Pochettino's willingness to start the season with Kepa as number 1. Poch, mate, are you alright? Look, I don't have anything wrong with what I've just read except for one phrase, and you are all the same and I know you're all the same. Mauricio Pochettino's willingness to start the season with Kepa as number 1. We've all come to the conclusion, right, that neither Kepa or Mendy were suitable enough to be the long-term Chelsea number 1. And Kepa's been at the club for a substantial amount of time now, and we're still at that consensus. We need a goalkeeper. I hope you know this. And I understand for Kepa, who again, I did say yesterday, who got married, so congratulations. For those that didn't know, hence the Kai Havertz pictures and all that. It was all for the wedding. We've all come to the consensus that, yes, Kepa's not a terrible goalkeeper, but he's not the long-term number 1 that Chelsea need. He's been at the club for a while. We thought Mendy would be that guy. He was fantastic up until he came back from winning the Africa Cup of Nations. He came back a different person. I think the real Edouard Mendy is still in Senegal somewhere. They must have cloned him and sent the replica back to us because it's not the original. And now he's gone off to Saudi Arabia and I wish him the best out there. But we need a proper goalkeeper. And look, Maignan you put into the equation, absolutely. That is a goalkeeper. But what I don't get from this is if Chelsea are considering a move for Maignan, are they doing it going against what Pochettino wants? He wants to keep Kepa as number 1, and I have to say, in my personal opinion, I support the club on this. Look, I'm very, very for giving the manager exactly what he wants. I'm very, very for that because it comes down to the manager's vision, how he wants to plan things out, and his execution. He needs his tools in order to work. That's how it is, right? But it's clear. If I'm a bit, I won't say worried. I'm a bit surprised that Pochettino sees Kepa as number 1. Like, yeah, fine, no problem. Give him a few training sessions, maybe. Maybe he'll figure it out. I don't know. But anyway, Maignan would be fantastic. However, we have to be logical here. It's looking unlikely. It's looking like it's gonna cost a considerable amount of money. It's not gonna be fast. AC Milan do not want to sell. He's happy in AC Milan, apparently. It's a deal that is very, very tough to do. Onana was a lot more achievable, and it looks like Man United are going to get him. So, yeah, in terms of the goalkeeping situation, yes, maybe we might have to just stick with Kepa. But to come out and be like, no, I just want Kepa to be the number 1. I'm like, yo, no, if we're forced to have Kepa as number 1, then okay, I get it. But if we're not, I wouldn't willingly have him as number 1. I'd have him as number 2. But I don't think he's cool with that either because he was a number 2 at one point and he was professional and I respect Kepa. I like Kepa. Overall, I like Kepa. I just don't think he's it, you know? for what Chelsea need long term. So anyway, we'll see what happens in regards to the goalkeeping situation. We'll see if we do move for Maignan. I doubt it, if I'm honest. I doubt it. I just don't think we'll have the facilities for that, if I'm being completely honest. So let's wait and see. Let me know your thoughts down below. Moving on to Caicedo, Matt Law did mention that we are going to be moving for Caicedo and whatnot. Felix Johnston gives us an update in regards to personal terms. Understand Chelsea have finally agreed personal terms with Moises Caicedo. Further, Brighton have finally set an asking price at £85 million. This could change if Brighton feel lowballed or unfavourable instalments, but Chelsea don't intend on this to avoid competition. Yeah. It's clear that Chelsea want to get this done fast, and they're not looking to play any games with Brighton. Look, there's the asking price. We'll come as near as we can to it. Let's get this done ASAP. We'll come up with a payment structure that's going to be happy for everybody. Let's just do this, right? And that's good because we need to move. 85 million though. I think Chelsea will try and get this down to 80. I think Chelsea will be willing to pay 80, maybe 70 plus 10, 75 plus 5. 75, I don't know, somewhere there. That's how I think it's going to get done. We have to move fast. Nice to hear that personal terms are pretty much in the bag, and it's just about the bid, which we will get done as soon as the outgoings are finally, I won't say completely finished because we are going to still be selling players, but the big ones, Mason Mount in particular. We get this done ASAP. We'll be moving to Caicedo the very next day, maybe the very next hour. Who knows? So that's something we need to get a move on very, very fast. Let's wait and see what happens. We've heard the Man United links with Caicedo, and apparently it is legit as they're looking at him as an alternative. I genuinely think they're trying to scare Chelsea there. I don't think they'll actually move for Caicedo. Maybe if they were to just go, no, you know what, we've changed our minds. I don't think they've changed their minds on Mason Mount. I think they want Mason Mount. They know Mount wants them. They will get the deal done. But to try and scare Chelsea into thinking, it's all negotiating tactics, to scare Chelsea into thinking that you might just be stuck with a player. Oh, let's just put it out there, we're going for Caicedo. It'll get Chelsea a bit worried and force them to sell quicker and for our price. Maybe that's just their tactic. Which, again, look, I don't blame Man United for doing that. It's the name of the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Simple as that. So, we'll wait and see what happens in regards to that. Let me know your thoughts in regards to that whole Caicedo thing. I do think we still have the front foot. I think we have the advantage, and I think we will get it done, but we'll see, because anything can change, especially at Chelsea Football Club. Bloody hell! One day you're shopping for bananas. Next thing you know, you've bought cucumbers. It's just mad, and I don't know where I got that analogy from, but that sums Chelsea Football Club up. It's unpredictable. You never know. So anyway, let's get moving. This came out right. I'm going to show you something. Here it is. From Football London, Chelsea are considering bidding for Victor Osimhen this summer. I have to stress, not too long after, Corriere dello Sport in Italy came out and said Chelsea are out of the race for Osimhen. So I don't quite know where things are. I'll be honest. I don't know. Osimhen, I think all of us would take in an instant. He would cost a considerable amount of money. Now, I'd like to think if we're going to stick with KEPA, you better compensate that by getting Osimhen in. Like, if you don't get a top striker in and you don't get a goalkeeper in, then what are you doing? Now, if you do get a top goalkeeper in, I can understand maybe if we're going to have to be a little bit lenient on the fact of getting a top striker in. We're going to have to maybe just see what we can do. Because we're not looking to just spend. We've got books to balance. So, I can understand. But if we were to go for Osimhen and keep Kepa as number one, I'll be alright with that. I'll be completely cool with that. Because, look, I don't think we'll concede crazy amounts. Like last season, we didn't concede crazy amounts. We just didn't know how to score goals. Let's be honest. Our conceding wasn't bad. It was the amount of goals we scored that was a shock and a joke as far as I'm concerned. What was it, 39 goals in 38 games? I mean, come on, man. There's a local under-8 team that scored more than that. Like, come on. So, that's the thing. So, I'll be willing to compensate the fact that we stick with Kepa if we were to get an Osimhen. But let's wait and see, because we're hearing two different things in terms of Osimhen. Let's have a look and we'll find out. Now, here's some news on another striker that we're looking to offload, and I hope very soon. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, Chelsea won't accept another loan deal for Romelu Lukaku. So Inter Milan are planning to offer a loan deal with a €30 million obligation to buy. Chelsea are asking for 40 million. You know what? I didn't think of that. And am I willing to do this? If it's an obligation to buy, I reckon I'll be alright with it. On one condition. On one condition. We give Inter Milan the time to generate the funds for next season, so they're obligated to buy then. Cool. But the one condition is you pay all of his salary from day one. We ain't doing anything with him anymore. That's it. He doesn't get a penny from Chelsea Football Club any longer. You pay a salary, you can keep him on a loan for a year, save up your money, get it ready. You'll have an obligation to buy. Then it kicks in, you buy him and he stays there. I'll be absolutely cool with that. The one condition, we don't pay his salary. If we don't pay his salary, do it. Do it. And to be honest, even for 30 million euros, do it. Do it. I can understand Chelsea trying to get as much money as possible. Cool. But they want to get it done for 30. If it gets really, really tight, just accept. Just get rid. And I know that's not a good look. I'd come to 35. Look, if Inter are that desperate and they literally can't afford 40, just 35. Let's just get this done. 35, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. So, yeah, as long as they pay a salary, I'm actually on board with this. I'm on board with this. It helps Inter Milan save for money, gives them time, and it gets Lukaku off our books. Everyone's a winner. And he gets to stay at his beloved Inter, where, I don't know, he might want to build a statue of himself out there or something to, I don't know. It's his business. It's his business. So that's the latest on Lukaku. Let me know your thoughts in regards to that as well. Now, thank goodness this news has come through. I'm very, very happy to hear. Here it is. AC Milan are at a very advanced stage deal for Ruben Loftus-Cheek of Chelsea for 15 million euros. Fabrizio then confirmed Ruben Loftus-Cheek remains one of the names on AC Milan list. Talk since May. But internal discussions ongoing about a new bid. Chelsea remain open to let him go. The whole thing collapsed because of Maldini getting sacked, and then that was put on standby, and now it's nice to hear that no, AC do still want him. They're going to put a new bid in. It will get done. If they genuinely still want Loftus-Cheek, this will get done very quickly. So more money coming our way, another player leaving, and yeah, happy days. If Loftus-Cheek does end up going, he's already given us a goodbye. Last game of the season, we did the big wave, and thank you, and he left. I'd want us to stick with that. I wouldn't want him to show up on day one at Cobham like, hey lads, I'm still here. No. AC Milan want him. Great. Good to hear they still want him. They can get the deal done. So, now, talking about that position, Loftus-Cheek going in, we had ideas of a possible deal for Lavia. Lavia being able to be the third midfielder in that Enzo Caicedo partnership, perhaps Lavia to compensate for them and rotate. So, here's the latest on Lavia, and I have to be honest here, I don't think it's looking good now. If this team has gotten involved, I think it's a wrap. I think it's going to be very, very difficult now. Here it is. Understand Liverpool asked conditions of Romeo Lavia deal. They're in the race. Arsenal working on this deal for 15 days. No official bid from both clubs yet. Manchester United and Chelsea monitoring the situation, but not in active talks yet. This don't look good. Liverpool get involved? Nah. If Liverpool get involved like this, they're going to get him. I don't know what it is about Liverpool, but when they have a target, they identify a target, they go all guns blazing, they get the deal done. It's very smooth with the way Liverpool do their business. I don't understand how they do it. Yes, the other signings that have gone to Liverpool haven't really faced much competition in terms of other clubs' interest. Lavia does, but Liverpool have this thing, this way of just getting a deal done and getting their business through the door. Yeah, I admire it. Honestly, I think it's very professional. It's very fast, very efficient. I do think they have the facilities. I think that their new rebuild in midfield is exciting enough under Klopp, who has enough pull, to tempt Lavia to join them. And Lavia, I think, could be at the forefront of that midfield because they don't have, they're looking to completely rejuvenate that midfield. They got in McAllister. McAllister probably going to be playing alongside Lavia if Lavia were to go in. Lavia knows he's probably going to be seeing a lot of first-team football at that Liverpool team in a rejuvenated, brand new midfield that he can be a part of. At Arsenal, Declan Rice competition could be difficult with Havertz and Odegaard probably getting the first-team spots. At Chelsea, yes, we've not seen... Well, Fabrizio said we've not even talked yet, so... Liverpool can easily come in and take the number one spot in that race, and I wouldn't want them to, but if they do come into that race properly, they will probably get him. So we're going to have to probably start forgetting about Lavia, unless we move quick, but we're looking to get rid of players first, and in that time, I reckon Liverpool can easily just get personal terms done. Here's a bid, done, Bob's your uncle, job's done. He's a Liverpool player. By the time we sell Mason Mount, we're on the brink of getting Caicedo. Okay, let's go and get Lavia. What? He's a Liverpool player? That's probably what's going to happen. So, yeah. Let's not bother. Here's the latest on Declan Rice. Let me know your thoughts down below in regards to Lavia. Would you want him? Or do you think it's just not worth it? Do you think it's not that big of a deal? Let me know down below. Much appreciated on what side you stand on. Declan Rice. Manchester City and Arsenal both want to bid for Declan Rice this week. More to follow. So, we've got it confirmed. Man City are going for him. This is going to be a good race to see. You know? Man City or Arsenal. Who's it going to be? We know Declan Rice seems to have spoken with Arteta for ages. The deal with Arsenal on personal terms is pretty much done. It'll be very interesting to see. And if there's one club that can do it, it's Manchester City. To see if they can come in and hijack the whole thing. Just like that. They probably can. They are the ones that are capable of doing that. So, let's see how this is going to end. It'll be very, very interesting. Manchester City managed to nab everything from Arsenal in the latter stage of last season. Can they nab this as well and take Declan Rice from the palm of their hands? Can Arteta, the apprentice, be robbed by his teacher, by his professor? Pep. Let's wait and see. Now, talking about Pep, one of his old clubs decided to do something a little bit mad on social media. I'm not going to lie, I saw this and I laughed. I found this absolutely hilarious. Barca have got Gundogan, and that's been announced. Here's what they put on their socials. They put poetry, and then they put a clip of Gundogan playing for Man City, twisting up Barcelona. What? This admin, look at this. Twisting up his brand new team that he plays for now. That's from the FC Barcelona account, and he's called it poetry. Mate, I think that admin's getting sacked. I'm not gonna lie. How is it that you are that shameless? We've signed a player, so in that package we're gonna show the clips of him destroying us. Great logic, mate. Great logic. There's a Barca admin. Great banter. Great banter. So, yeah, I thought I'd show you that because that's just hilarious. I found that funny. I was like, I've got to show everyone when I do that video later. So, yeah, there you are. Now, the Glazers, Man United, what's going on? Takeover. What we've not really heard much. I thought this would be done by now. Well, Man United fans, some of them at least, are taking it into their own hands. Here it is. A group of Manchester United fans are planning a protest against the Glazers at the club's megastore amid growing frustration over the takeover saga. The 1958 say they will be at the Old Trafford store on Tuesday morning to coincide with the launch of United's new Adidas kits. I'm going to say one thing, because I can understand where they're coming from, but I'm going to say one thing. If they protest at the megastore and any one of them actually go into the megastore to buy a shirt and protest at the same time, they should get slapped. They should get slapped. Honestly, I hope that doesn't happen. You want to put a statement out? Cool. No one buy a thing from that megastore and see how it impacts sales for the day. Now, for Man United, that's not a big deal. But it's something. You want to make a statement, it's something. And I'm sure it's just because the Glazers are going out anyway. This takeover is going to happen. It's a matter of time, I think. But to accelerate it, maybe do that, you know, and see what happens. But I do still expect the whole thing to go to Qatar. It's a matter of time, I reckon. Maybe just in terms of Premier League tests, paperwork, documentation, all of that. It will get done, I reckon. We'll see what happens. Now, to wrap up, we got to get an idea. People are complaining about Saudi Arabia taking over football. We've got a list. And I was like, this is great. This is a great way to condense everything to show people what exactly have Saudi Arabia done. Who have they taken from all the clubs across the planet to Saudi? Let's get into it. Here it is. Let's show you exactly who is in Saudi, heading to Saudi, or might head to Saudi. Check this out. Ronaldo, Benzema, Kante, Ruben Neves and Koulibaly already done. Ziyech, Mendy, Brozovic and Firmino about to get done and about to be confirmed. And that is, by the way, something that I didn't report yet. I've spoken about Brozovic. I've mentioned him. Going from Inter to... Is it I get mixed up between them now. Is it Al Hilal? I think it might be Al Hilal. Firmino, also looking like it's going to be done, I think, with Ahli. So, it's always the four teams. But anyway, let's keep going. The rumoured names, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Griezmann, Hudson-Odoi, Alexis Sanchez, Jordi Alba, Hugo Lloris, Aubameyang, which I think will happen anyway, Saúl Ñíguez, Thomas Partey, and Alvaro Morata. He might actually score goals out there. Now, look. If all those guys go to Saudi, I guarantee everyone's going to start watching the Saudi League. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. People are going to complain. The same ones that are going to complain are the same ones that are going to tune in. That's the point I wanted to make. You see all these players in, you best believe the ones, and I just want to highlight it because I don't like hypocrisy. When I see someone, I guarantee even Gary Neville himself will probably tune in. So I'm aiming at those sort of people that are going to, chit-chat about the way that Saudi are just bringing players into their league. They're not even doing it for extravagant fees. Not paying 100 million for flipping, Hugo Lloris. They're not, right? They're doing good deals. Ziyech and from our perspective, Koulibaly, Edouard Mendy, we've generated 41 million for those three. We've made a loss, Ruben Neves for 55 million euros, if I'm not mistaken, for a 26-year-old Premier League footballer. I think that's great business. Saudi are doing good business. They're going to try and get all these players over. They pay them big salaries. Yes, they can afford to. They're sitting on oil. Best believe the same people that are complaining about these players going to Saudi are the same ones that are going to be tuning in going, bloody hell, that league got better. Yeah, you best believe it got better. Ronaldo wasn't lying when he said, give this league 5 years, it'll be one of the best leagues in the world. He wasn't lying. He knew what was coming. He knew what was coming. And we're not even in year one. Anyway, let's wait and see what happens in regards to that. Let me know your thoughts on all these players heading off to Saudi. What's your general consensus, your opinions on it all? I'd love to hear. Let me know in the comments below. And I will see all of you later for video number 2 of 2. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget, guys, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed this. Leave me your comments down below, and I will see you tonight to wrap everything up for the day. So I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.